Hey everyone, welcome to News to Astonish, where we discuss comic book related media and more. I'm your host, Ronnie, and today I want to talk to you about some uninteresting news coming from Sony. Before I get into this, I just need to say that I have a kind of sour relationship with Sony and with almost everything that they ever done in their film division. All I can say is that all they've got going for them is their gaming division, really, and that's it. I love the PlayStation 4, I love the games they make, but lately their track record and quality in their movies have been really declining and just lacking. Why I say this is because Sony has officially confirmed a Venom movie slated for fall next year. And get this, Spider-Man isn't in the movie. What? Why? On a side note, they're planning a Silver Sable and a Black Cat film without the wall crawler himself. I mean, to me, all this reckless and hasty planning makes Sony sound like they've gone mad, and pretty much it makes them sound like they're desperate to make anything related to Spider-Man, because they know Spider-Man is a cash grab, money-making machine. It's the most profitable franchise out there, no matter how bad their films are. Spider-Man's the most popular superhero, and they're willing to put out anything Spider-Man related in their films. I mean, what the hell, Sony? It's like Sony took a bunch of steps forward when they struck the deal with Marvel to have Spider-Man in the MCU, but took a million steps back when they announced this mess. Look, I don't like to see a company fail, especially if they're a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate. But when a business makes a decision, that's clearly a bad idea, because this is actually happening. Like, you can't just help but shake your head. It's ridiculous. It's shit. This stupidity has me dumbfounded, and I feel like I'm in a nightmare and I can't wake up. You can't have a Venom movie without Spider-Man. It just wouldn't make any sense. Sony's movie division is going to plummet because of these stupid ideas. To keep it sort of brief, Venom is kind of like the yin-yang to Spider-Man, his polar opposite, everything that Spider-Man doesn't want to be. The idea of a Venom movie could be interesting. It'd be the perfect opportunity to explore and develop the character, but if that's going to be done, it has to be done right. I think the best way to approach this is by basing this story off of Spider-Man Birth of Venom. It's the perfect story to tell because you do get to explore the character in this compilation of Spider-Man comics, and if it's going to be told, I think this is the best way to do it. This combination of comics simply gives you everything about Venom. It tells you why he is the way he is. It shows the conflicts he's dealing with, why he's angry, why he wants to kill Spider-Man. And simply put, you get his point of view, and I think it makes for an interesting, compelling character and story. In this book, you get a small epilogue of Venom titled The Truck Stop of Doom that takes place between the events of The Amazing Spider-Man number 315 and number 316, which shows Venom performing heroic acts, and I think it makes for a great scene in a Venom film because Venom isn't all that of a villain. He's more of an anti-hero who has a warped perspective of what's right and what's wrong, or who's innocent and who's not. My point is, if a Venom movie is going to be made, Spider-Man needs to be included in some way, shape, or form, even if it's a bit of an extended cameo, or if he's an antagonist in some way, but only Spider-Man's actions will be heroic acts, and they should be viewed as a means of developing Eddie Brock's character and giving us, the audience, a point of view from a villain. And it shows us how Venom feels about Spider-Man and how he views him as a fiend and a villain, because Eddie Brock feels that his innocence has been taken away from him and he blames Spider-Man. That makes for a truly compelling standalone story about Venom. This could work if done right, don't get me wrong, but the way Sony is handling this, it's just not right. I mean, trust me, this could be done right if handled properly. I'm going to be discussing about that in my next video, by the way. Venom stories have always featured or referenced the character of Spider-Man in some way, shape, or form, because Spider-Man is the very foundation of Venom. Without Spider-Man, there would be no Venom. That's my take, and that's my opinion as to why a Venom movie could probably fail or could not work because of Spider-Man not being involved. But then again, I'm willing to be optimistic. If this movie's done right, then good for Sony. But it has to be done. It has to include Spider-Man in some way, shape, or form. I think that's the best way to look at it. To any Spider-Man fans out there, you'd probably agree with me when I say that Spider-Man should be included in a Venom film in some way, shape, or form. Have him in there for a few minutes, extended cameo, have him as the antagonist, even though he's not. I don't know, something. Spider-Man's got to be the reason why Venom is the way he is, you know? That's why Venom has motives. That's why he wants to kill Spider-Man. That's why he hates Spider-Man, you know? That's why he's everything that Spider-Man isn't. You know, without Spider-Man, there's no Venom. So, I don't know. Anyways, What do you guys think? Is a Venom movie a good idea? If you were to make a Venom film, what would you do differently? What stories would you use as inspiration to make a Venom film? Let me know in the comments below. Follow me on social media. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe for more, and I will see you all in the next comic panel.